This is April, Wednesday Night Hop. This is the third week.
2017.
Oh, and the year.
2017. I'm Philippe.
So we had a lot of review this week in our classes, starting with the Lindy Circle.
Yeah, we did look at the videos from previous weeks. So we did the Lindy Circle, we did the swing out from closed to open, and then really what we focused on was how to come back from that, from open back to closed, and to open again, right? So like a standard swing out, open to closed to open. And we really kind of focused on a lot of the details of how to make that really successful, where to be, how to work with our partner. One of the things we talked about was how we kind of, once we get out into open, how do we want to start our next swing out? Yeah. So one of the things we can do is we can leave our hand kind of in place, and we can create a feeling of space, and we can move away, and we can start with a rock step, to do our swing out. It's kind of a really slow version, but that's one way of starting. And if we want to start that way, we got to probably start closer together, right? So that we have like somewhere to go with this rock step.
Yes.
Yeah. For either a circle or a swing out. Yeah. Then the thing I think there were some things that you kind of talked about for follows in terms of kind of staying with your body and not reaching for that.
Yeah, so it's up to the lead to decide which one they're going to do based on how much space there is between their partner and what they're wanting. But if the follow feels a rock step but they're too far away, just stay in place. Don't actually force your foot to go back, or don't let your frame get pulled down, get pulled that way.
Yeah.
That can really hurt your shoulder. It's up to you to keep your frame intact. But definitely be aware of how much space you have between, and don't get yanked off your leash.
Yeah, that rock step could be just a step in place with the feeling of stretch. Yeah. So then the other thing we talked about was instead lead stepping back on 1-2 and bringing the follow forward on 1 and 2. We talked about if we're going to practice this, it's really nice to have that feeling of jockeying where we move from foot to foot. So we kind of can get a feeling of 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and really roll into that instead of starting it from go, right, from a red light.
Which also protects the follower shoulder. They're not surprised by something happening so suddenly. So leaders, it's a good thing to do.
Yeah, so we kind of ramp up into that. So we want to be able to be forward. We want to be able to shift back 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That lets us be a little bit more successful in our setup for the swing out because it's easier for us to cut across on the triple step.
3.
Yeah.
So
1 and 2, cut across. I can get to the other side over here. 5, we worked on stepping with our partner, like my body's actually moving towards that wall. 5, 6, I change direction. Yeah. So instead of using our shoulder, using our arm, we really want to move together to have the energy on 5 to go away from each other. Yeah.
And the follow continues that momentum wherever the lead is going, and not just if the lead doesn't really move anywhere, the follow also doesn't go anywhere. So as I'm being sent in this direction, I go to whatever is a comfortable space for my shoulder, making sure I reach that arm there,
6, 7,
and then I can get sent out.
Yeah. And then we kind of worked on a little bit of a loop near the end that can be a nice way to practice this, all these things together. Maybe we start with just doing a basic in place, and then we're going to do a swing out from closed, 5, 6, 7, 8, then a swing out from open, another swing out from open, and then a circle staying closed. And that's a nice 4-8 count loop that we can use to practice kind of all these things.
Yeah.
See you next week.
More fun things.